So this is the big part right here. So when we go down here, I'm still in the pseudepigrapha, I'm still in the book, in the lost book of Adam and Eve. It says, I'm going to go down here to chapter 8, verses 3. It says, forthwith all the living things came and surrounded him. And from that hour the water of Jordan stood still, and its current was stayed. And 18 days passed by. 18. And then Satan was wroth. So the serpent was not wroth. And he transformed himself into the brightness of angels, and went away to the river. And guess who he went to go visit? He went to Tigris, to Eve, and found her weeping. So the devil, from the beginning of time, has always come to you when you are just at your lowest. All right? And it says, and found her weeping, and the devil himself pretended to grieve with her, and he began to weep and said to her, come out of the river and lament no more. Cease now from sorrow and moans. Why art thou anxious? And thy husband Adam, the Lord God has heard your groaning and hath accepted your penitence, and all the angels have entreated on your behalf. So what he's doing is he's coming to the evil lies like he did back in the garden. He says, you know what? I got your back. Christ, saying God heard you. You're going to be good. All the angels got your back. You gully. Okay? So then it says, angels have entreated on your behalf and made supplication to the Lord. So they even helped you. I'm trying to say that they even helped her. And then it says, he hath sent me to bring you out of the water and give you the nourishment which you had in paradise, for which you are crying out. Now come out of the water, and I will conduct to you the place where your victual has been made ready. So now he's saying, I'm about to bring you to where the food is. And then it says, but Eve heard and believed and went out of the water, and her flesh was trembling, like grass from the chill of the water. And when she had gone out, she fell on the earth, and the devil raised her up and led her to Adam. But when Adam had seen her, now Adam told her to go to the river Tigris and to fast for 37 days. Still again, she fell weak. It says, but when Adam had seen her and the devil with her, he wept and cried aloud and said, O Eve, where is the labor of thy penitence? How hast thou been again ensnared by our adversary, by whose means we have been estranged for our abode in paradise and joy? So Adam automatically knew who that little false angel was. It was Satan. Then it says, and when she heard this, Eve understood that it was the devil who had persuaded her to go out of the river, and she fell on her face on the earth, and her sorrow and groaning and wailing was redoubled. And she cried out and said, woe unto thee, woe unto me. That's what she's saying. Okay, thou devil, why dost thou attack us for no cause? Why do you continue to attack us? A lot of us have this question. Why do you continue to attack us? Why do we have so many problems? Let's find out. It says, what have we done to you? What have, for thou pursue us with craft, with a motive. Why do you always come with us for something? It says, or why do you always do to us malice? It says in the text, have we taken away the glory and caused thee to be without honor? Why dost thou harry us? Why thou enemy and persecute us and to the death and wickedness and envy? Why do you continue to just come after us? It says, then Satan spoke. He says, O Adam, all my hostility and envy and sorrow is for you. Since it is for thee, I have been expelled from my glory. Watch this. Which I possessed in the heavens, in the midst of the angels. And for thee I was cast out. So for you, Adam, I was cast out. This is what Satan is saying. Okay? I was cast into the earth. So it then goes on to say, which I possessed in the heavens. So, then it says, in the midst of the angels, and for thee I was cast out on the earth. Adam answered, for what dost thou tell me? What have I done to you? Or what is my fault against you? Seeing that thou hast received no harm or injury from us. When he hurt you, Why dost thou pursue us? The devil replied, Adam, what dost thou tell me? It is for thy sake that I have been hurled from the place when thou wast formed. I was hurled from the presence of God and banished from the company of angels when God blew into thee the breath of life. And thy face and likeness was made in the image of God. Michael, Archangel Michael. Yeah, a couple of archangels. We have Gabriel, we have Lucifer, and we have Michael. Okay? And Lucifer was the master of music. Okay, which was the devil, which got cast down. It says, when God blew into thee the breath of life, and thy face and likeness was made in the image of God, Michael also brought thee and made us. So he brought me and he made us worship you, Adam, in the sight of God. So God was saying, this is the man who I've created. I've made him in my image. All the angels, you come and you praise him and you give honor to him, which I have made. This is what God is telling all the angels to do. And it says, and God and the Lord spoke and spake, here is Adam. I have made thee in our image and likeness. And Michael went out and called all the angels, saying, pages stuck together. Glory. Worship the image of God as the Lord God hath commanded. And Michael himself worshipped first. Then he called me and said, worship the image of God. The Lord and I answered, I have no need to worship Adam. So Lucifer said, I have no need to worship him. I came before him. And since Michael kept urging me to worship, I said to him, why dost thou urge me? I will not worship an inferior, a younger being than I. I've been here longer than Adam. I didn't sing more than Adam. Why should I worship him? I have no reason to. This is what Lucifer is saying. Then it says, I am his senior in the creation. Before he was made, I had already been made. It is his duty to worship me. Okay? So when the angels who were under me heard this, they refused to worship him. And Michael said, worship the image of God. But if thou wilt not worship him, the Lord God will be with wrath, or he will be angry. So it says, and I said, if he be wrath with me, I will set my seat above the stars of heaven, and I will be like the highest. Dangerous place to be. So he said, if I call him, if he calls me to worship Adam, which why should I worship Adam when I've been here longer than Adam? Then I want to set myself higher than God. What a fool. So it says, and God and the Lord was with wrath with me, and banished me and my angels from my glory. And on thy account were we expelled from our abodes into this world and hurled on the earth. So they got taken out, they got cast down, and straightway we were overcome with grief. Since we had been spoiled of so great glory, we were grieved, and we saw thee in such joy and luxury. So they were used to so much joy and luxury. So, and with guile I cheated on thy wife, and caused thee to be expelled through her, doing from thy joy and luxury as I have been driven out of my glory. So I'm going to give you what you gave to me. That's his mentality. Stay tuned for part 4. We're going to wrap all of this up. Part 4.